My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer to continue on as the Kingdom of Gondor. Gondor is doing okay. I've just breathed in too heavily, and my bottle is all the way over there. I've got it, panic over. Gondor's going okay. We have that Witch King army there, and once that's defeated, Mordor is essentially out. So that's good news, I suppose. And of course, our fleet has recently left the lands of Lond Gallen and is heading off to Umbar, where it will almost certainly be smashed and destroyed, but at least it'll be a laugh. And that's about it, really. So I think we can go ahead and end the turn. We are shipping some troops, well, as fast as we possibly can, to the Eisenmouth, and we are hoping to take Gelebrin in an attempt to stem the tide of Dol Guldur, who will be flowing into our lands any time now. Right, some updates for you. Number one, Amun Sul. Overwhelming support in that Amun Sul poll to keep it as a custom settlement. Now, as many of you have commented, and someone even sent me a personal message, so thanks for that, Paravox. I commented on quite a lot of posts saying words to the effect of a unique battle map and custom upgrade is not an option. And that was because many of you didn't answer the question. I'll give you some modding information as to why this won't work, and that is that what we cannot do is make Amun Sul upgrade. And by that I mean, for example, you probably all want us to create another custom battle map that shows a rebuilt version of Amun Sul. And therefore, so essentially it starts off as a village, the Dunedain upgrade it, and it becomes a rebuilt version of Amun Sul. Now that is not possible, because let's say that we keep it at a village level and you upgrade it to a town and you'd want it to be the rebuilt Amun Sul. Well, absolutely everywhere in the game where there is a village to be upgraded to a town, the Dunedain would then upgrade it to look like a rebuilt Amun Sul. So we can't do that. That was not an option, hence why I said that is not an option. One of the few things we can do is we could set Amun Sul to be any of the other tiers at game start, because the Ent faction, they're not used at all. So we've got every tier, I believe, for the Ent faction. So for those who say let's remove the Ent faction, whilst I'm technically in favour of removing them perhaps from the game, I'd keep them in the file so that we can abuse them for custom settlements. Because let's say we want to make Amun Sul a town, or many people have asked for it to be a stronghold, which is the highest tier of castle, which is the one I'm kind of in favour of. But I'll talk about more of that in a moment. Durthang has another 9 turns. Mordor hasn't done anything we thought they might do. Their armies are escaping. Well, let's say Amun Sul is a town. We set it to be a town level. Then it would need to be created by anyone who is not playable in the game, because the same problem would arise. If Amun Sul starts the game as a town, and let's say the Northern Dunedain are set as that region's creators. So every region in the game has a creator, and whoever creates it, the game then goes to their buildings, their town levels, looks at what their town looks like at whatever level it is, and generates that. So, for example, that's how we have Gondorian cities in Eriador, and how we have like the Hobbit village in the Anduin, for example, because whoever creates that region creates the town level as well. So if we made Amun Sul a town, and let's again say that the Northern Dunedain are the faction creators, then anywhere where the Northern Dunedain upgrade to a town, it would then look like Amun Sul. So that's why it has to be assigned to a nation not currently playable. And I think the Ents are the only ones that fit that bill. So that is why, in a roundabout kind of way, why I said that certain things were not an option, because I didn't even say that they were an option, and some of you went for it anyway. We have a battle. So the overwhelming support has been one of two things. Number one, everybody wants to keep another custom battle map and custom city. So no one wants Amun Sul basically to change. There are some people who voted for it to change, but on the whole, the largest support went for keeping Amun Sul as a custom settlement. Oh, I'm pressing G, not F. That's why it's not moving forwards quickly. Where's the support coming in? From our left-hand side up in that top corner. So, yeah, pulling back to here is probably a good idea. We'll use our cavalry to shoot down the siege that's coming for us. So people don't want to lose the custom settlement of Amun Sul, but what people did suggest, and is something I'll probably speak with Hummingbird about, possibly, is they suggested instead making Amun Sul a stronghold at game start. Now that is something I possibly can agree with, because Amun Sul is just a watchtower at the end of the Weather Hills. That is true. It was never the capital of any of the 3 regions. The capital of Arthedain was always Fornost. The capital of the combined land of Arnor was Numenas. And I'm not sure if we ever knew the name of the capitals of Ruidour and Cardolan, but either way, Amun Sul was only ever a watchtower. I suppose you could call it more akin to a castle, but I think the intention was that it was just the watchtower of the southern line, the southern tip of the Weather Hills. So rather than being a vast monolithic castle like Fornost, it is just a small watchtower. But many of you have suggested maybe it being a stronghold, so that it is at least useful for anyone else who then takes it later on. And I also think there might be a way I can play around with the files that means that you don't need siege equipment, even though it's listed as a stronghold. And I think that's possible, and I'd like to test that out. So there's a suggestion that we should make it a stronghold instead. And the other thing that seems to have gained a little bit of support is to... you'd lose the battle map. That's the only problem with this one. You would lose the battle map. But the other suggestion was to make Amun Sul a resource, like Durin's Tower, like the Ramas Ekor, like the Argonath, and then just put in a normal town in that region. So that was the other option. But that one I'm less in favour of, because you lose the custom battle map then as well. One of the things that I then suggested, so at the minute it looks like we have 3 options. Create a new town and just turn Amun Sul into a resource, because there is one remaining resource I have found in the files. I think it's called spices. So that's one option. The other option is, as I've said, to make Amun Sul a stronghold, or basically just change its level. So either make it a town or a stronghold, or a Motte and Bailey, which is going to be renamed to a keep, or a castle. So to change its base thing. But the other thing that I've suggested is perhaps we could, in order to not make the vast province that is at the moment the Lone Lands or Weather Hills, I can't remember which one we called it, but basically the region that Amun Sul sits in is huge. And that's massively wasted. That whole region is basically wasted because Amun Sul never becomes anything more than... it never becomes anything more than a village. So the other option would be to take a region currently in existence, because we are at the region limit, so we can't just magic them up. But the other option is to take a region in existence somewhere else and split the region into 2, so that Amun Sul... That was outrageously good. I use that word a lot, but it does sum it up well. So essentially split the region into 2. So Amun Sul would be one region, would be a tiny region, kind of about the size of the Arquette region at the moment. Really, really small, and it would just be the southern tip of the Weather Hills. And then have another region that then would be the old Amun Sul region, and the town would probably be roughly central, away to the east of Amun Sul, and that would then give that region more weight. But the only problem is we'd need to move a region currently in existence, and I'm really not sure where we'd be able to get another region from. I can't think of a free region that we've got dotted around that we could do that for, so that one is less of an option, but still something that is feasible and something to think about. So that's the Amun Sul discussion. But whatever you want, unfortunately, we cannot, of all the things that you might want to ask for, we cannot make it so that it upgrades. And that's why I repeatedly, very bluntly, wrote that post just saying we cannot upgrade a new unique battle map or custom map option or whatever it is I said is not an option, because that really is not an option. Nope, the time has come already. Shut down the ballista. Bloody AI! You're useless! Jesus. Well, the enemy general's already dead.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Why? I told you. Oh. We wasted so much chance there with arrows. But we should see routing reasonably quickly because the captain's already dead. So how are we all getting on? So that was that. So thank you very much for replying to the poll. There were an awful lot of feedback, and I'm grateful to you all. And so thank you very much for that, indeed. At the moment, we feel that version 2.0 is perhaps the most stable version of DaC we've had for some time. Courtesy of Racer and Gigantus, who have fixed a few little bits and bobs there. So that's always very good news as well. Very good news. Only 3 of them remain. Oh, I really don't like Blackcurrant. Only good news is to add it to Sidon.
We will smash the enemy.
But otherwise, it's bloody disgusting. But it's all we've got, so... There we are. They've run away. Now go and do the same to someone else.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Oh, the Dogaldor host is giving it the beans. Ah, it's because they won, basically.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Yeah, we'll capture as many as we can. We don't want 77 of them getting away. Let's move in over there. There we are.
This is a clear victory.
119 of Captain Muzdak's made it away. And aside from the General's Bodyguard, Fountain Guard killed 118. That Fountain Guard are so good. So good. That is the fords of the Bruinen, and that is the river swelling to rush away the Nazgul as they try to cross.
We have vanquished the enemy. Gondor is victorious.
Oh, there are mines here. Oh, no, look, our tower line exists still.
Enemy fleeting.
No! How are we already under... Oh, and he's got Dulgur Blacks. Oh, we can't run away.
We should man the oars.
Please don't tell me that army was immediately killed. Ah, Yerkjard is joining us against Captain Fimran. Oh, wow, look at that garrison. What's the Yerkjard bringing? Jesus Christ, 2,000 units. Yeah, I'd love to accept your assistance. That would be wonderful. Let's try and play this in a way that we don't have to do anything. Captain Fimran.
The troops are assembled.
And our allies in Enedwaith come to the aid of Gondor. As it should be. The rulers of these lesser men. With our Númenorian blood flowing through our veins, we are the rightful rulers of this land.
Units, await my orders.
Drop the ram. And everybody run away immediately. Run to Enedwaith immediately. Run to our big brother over here. Hey, buddy, they're trying to kill me. Come, friends. Enedwaith will get involved. They love it. And we get a chance to see their army. Or should we go and see what we're up against first? The hybrid mix of Uruks and men of Dunland and Enedwaith. There's some Half-Orc Spear Guard. There's been talk of late that the Half-Orc Spear Guard are a letdown. They are lacking in quality to the rest of Isengard. There was also quite a comment that really disliked Isengard. They said that the lower level Reavers and Raiders were basically useless and didn't fit with the Isengard theme, and that in the later stages of the game you couldn't get enough pikes to actually do anything. And again, commented on the Half-Orcs, but the Half-Orcs are meant to represent a time between the all-powerful plate-armoured Uruks and the kind of raw and rough and ready enemy that Saruman was at the beginning. Additionally, Saruman is known to have used Half-Orcs. But something that I am looking at, and I've spoken to Hummingbird about, and it is on his to-do list, is to make it so that if you upgrade the Half-Orcs at a blacksmith, we are going to give them the Isengard armor from the later stages. So at least that uniformity exists, and then they go from looking rough and ready to looking a little bit more elite. Because I will grant you that their bodies aren't as in keeping with the rest of Isengard. They are a bit of an eyesore almost. I don't know, there's a bit too much going on. And they are, again, one of the units that comes from DaC's long history. They've been edited and improved by Hummingbird quite substantially. The skulls added here and there, the new skins that were taken and used from Louis Lux. We're grateful to him for the permission. Those things are all improvements. But at the core, the unit does still look a bit sort of just all over the place. When you consider it with the neatness and uniformity of the Raiders. But then that could just be because they're all one colour, so you don't see any of their blemishes. Because if you actually look at this unit up close, the armour that they wear is quite high quality in terms of looks. The problem comes with all the brown, I think. The brown colouring all over them kind of brings them down a bit. But they are half-orcs. They are a completely distinct creature to Uruk-hai. And that is... we're trying to get that across with their design. Now, Enid Wyeth... oh, they've got Druidine Hunters. Druidine Hunters, for those of you who would have guessed already, are based on Native Americans. They're taken from the Americas DLC and then made to look more Middle-earthy, which I think is a really good idea.
And are becoming tired.
Our men have fought long, are becoming tired, but Enid Wyeth haven't fought at all. Isengard comes, Enid Wyeth. Defend me. There they are. They're moving into position. We are completely sending our allies against them. But as I say, we're Gondorians. We're superior to these disgusting river folk. I mean, they live in mud huts and we live in stone cities. They are lesser than us. And they deserve to then put their life on the line for the peace and stability that we have brought them. And to quote that old famous quote, by the blood of our people are their lands kept safe from the blight of Mordor. Yes, their lands are kept safe. Because we're dying for them. And they're getting slaughtered.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat them. The enemy are badly blooded.
Finran's down.
They have lost half their men.
The Freyflood Raiders and Erenborn Woodsmen are running away. They didn't last very long, did they? We're in such a superior location, though. This is an amazing hill to fight on. So steep. The bonus you get is outrageous.
This is a clear victory.
He only lost 91 men, and 702 of them died. My God. Oh, there's another image of the fords of Brunnen. That is to the book. Because in the book, on the other side of the ford, that is exactly what happens. Aragorn, Glorfindel, and the other hobbits chase the Nazgul almost. They appear out of the bushes to kind of frighten the horses of the Nazgul to send them into the waters, and then the flood takes them all away. I'm surprised that we just got gooned. Oh, the barracks event has come. Because I'm really surprised that they gave it to us, because we didn't lose anyone. That was an easy victory for us. Oh well. I'm not one to moan about easy victories.
Captain of Gondor.
Ah, Danenian's arrived. Right, Danenian then. Send all your troops to Goond.
By your command, protect the blood
You
of
can go and
Numenor.
start building us some watchtowers.
Onward.
Look at that! A watchtower from the days when we held Balorn as well.
Marchmen.
How...
Set up camp here.
Oh, I think my army might have died. No, it did survive. We're not even going to try it then. We're not even going to chance it.
Ships ready.
Ready your weapons.
Hang on! We're going to go to unbar the slow, boring, methodical way, so
Forward.
come and get involved.
Let us set up camp here.
Ships
That was
ready.
so anticlimactic. Oh, that's a very non-English way of saying that word. That was so anticlimactic. Well, so the invasion ended. That was unsuccessful. Oh, I do think it's hilarious, though. Oh, and our ships are training to ferry troops across. Oh, they dare to attack us. Leave behind the garrison of peacekeepers. Oh, I've done it that wrong, haven't I?
Marchmen.
We don't really need to worry now. We've got quite the
Let us
support.
set up camp here.
So you go through and help in the City of the
Let
Fountain.
us set up
Osterthil,
camp
are you
here.
training anything for us? Oh, no, but you can do.
Yes.
And then the army of Pelagia will
Make
ship
camp
across.
here.
And that's all gone really rather well.
Your will, my lord.
You move to Minas Tirith,
By your
City
command.
of Kings. Eisenmouth is being attacked by an absolutely pathetic
Ready
army.
your weapons.
Bugger off,
Slay
you
them.
daft bastard.
Orders. As you wish, my lord. By your
All
command.
we're doing at the moment is
We'll make camp
essentially
here.
waiting until
Captain of
Durthang
Gondor.
falls. And then once Durthang falls, we don't have anything behind us to worry
I'm
about.
gonna stick you.
But there's no need to get into unnecessary bouts.
Forward.
So just
Marchmen.
keep him protected. Make sure they
Onward.
can't get past you.
Have a taste
The
of
Witch
my
King seems to have
blade.
stalled. Oh, and they are building roads in Orc Estland. We're really making good money. Now, I'll tell you what we do want is gone the Minister of the Guardians, but we need a 70% culture requirement. I'm only at 30 bloody 8. Get me a university and get me it quick. And then the men of Bharat-e Nanen will ride forth. Now that we are into the upper echelons, though, we can get better units. Osgiliath, I'm pretty sure that Osgiliath pikemen, yes, they do just come out of the barracks. You don't need to rebuild it to get them. Likewise, the Athelian, what are they called? They come out of the archery range, though. Veterans, yeah, there they are. Look, they don't even have a requirement of... let's try and get them in both of those, then. They don't even have a culture requirement. But equally, we could do with capitalising on the money to get more money. I've already stretched our resources to as thin as they will go.
Greetings, your will, my lord.
Ah, yes, and we've won here, haven't we? Hanion, well done, sir. Go out and continue to gain site. I'm tempted to move out to Dor Norhat because it's way easier to hold. Way easier to hold. But then Rune are already... Well, Rune already border the Black Gate, actually, so if they were going to be a problem, they'd already be a problem.
Your will, my lord. Yes.
I think we might, you know. I think we're going to head north. Ministereth, City of Kings. See what we can get out of you. You've got some good units about to be retrained. Look, I can train Axemen of Lasarnak, so why can't I retrain Axemen of Lasarnak? Are they too low to be retrained into a garrison? That'd be a right bummer. Why can't they be retrained?
By your command, as you wish.
I think it might be that they are just too low. I don't know. Curious. Couple of units of archers, even if they are basic, they'll still be good. I don't know, give it another turn and maybe we can be able to retrain them. If you can train a unit, you can then retrain a unit. I'm really at a loss as to why they won't go. But
Ready your weapon.
there we are, we can end the turn. So the barracks event has come. Excellent news. Oh, Mordor. Mordor, Mordor, Mordor. But we're building better roads for you. Why?
My lord.
It's like barbarians kicking the Romans out of Europe. Like, you're regressing your society by years just because you don't trust them.
The enemy has surrounded us. We are besieged.
Ah, look, the Witch King's gone south. He's having some of that. What are you going to do, Umbar? Try and bribe me? That far north? Idiots. Ah, Captain Jiggernorth. That's an interesting name. Do we get anyone that places stakes? Yes, we do. Ergo, this battle is won. Alright, yep, I'll fight you. You're all about to get a little taster into I think I've shown it before, but into Wycand are very easy to beat in city maps. First of all, we've got to have the fun game of... Now, the only way that the stakes aren't useful is if the cavalry walks into the city, which is why it's normally better to put the stakes somewhere else, so that the cavalry definitely charges through them. Which is why I'm thinking we will probably defend near the gates, so that we can try and get the cavalry to run. Guys, go there for now. Now, see, I really would prefer the stakes to be like there-ish rather than where they were. Ah, no, but look, they can... Yeah, no. Let's pull back to the square and actually have the stakes just right in front of us. So the cavalry is one of the first units to run into the stakes. Yeah. And then the rest of you then pull back in here. Okay, so behind the stake line. We'll have those. Oh, you're a pathetic formation. There's hardly any of you. Everyone stand a little bit further back than that, actually. This isn't going to be an easy fight, though. Nobody get any ideas. Is that everyone? Ah, no, look, we've got more archers there. Alright. Into positions, men.
The enemy
Everybody
are battering
stand
down
ready.
the gates!
Right, as soon as the gate falls, hopefully the cavalry will charge in and just
The enemy's
die.
ram has breached the gates!
One after the other. Yeah, go on.
The enemy
Straight down
have
the
the
middle.
walls.
Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle, you
Defense or all will be
stupid.
lost.
Oh, come on. More of you. Well done. Well done. Ah, they cut round the bloody side. And I haven't adjusted the speed, so I didn't catch them. Although 20% of them have already died, but a shocking number of us has already died as well. What
If
are
we
these, though?
continue
Oh,
like
only
this,
marauders.
we will smash the enemy.
Oh, they've got a lot of missile cav. That's the problem. So it's just ranged. It's just ranged units over and over and over. We're not getting any benefit from the stakes. Should have put the stakes at the front.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. We've lost half of our men.
Oh, we've lost loads of our men. They're an outrageous number of ranged units. So many units have died. 78. How have so many of you died? Just being grouped up, I suppose. It's practically 1-for-1. We've got an outrageous support army coming, though, so even if they do win, it will be a shallow victory. But
The enemy general abandons his.
wow, they've got a unit that's doing the annoying trapped noise. So they've managed to
we
take
continue
loads of us
like
down
this,
because
we will
they're
smash
hordes
the
of
enemy.
cavalry, but they're basically all ranged cavalry. They don't want to walk on the stakes, so they just don't know what to do. And it makes that really annoying noise. Keep shooting arrows at them, those of you that can. How are they making that much noise? Even this far away. Good lord. Just can't escape from them. Oh well, you might as well head down there then, I suppose. Start trying to fight them. Because one thing Candish Raiders are not is very good in melee, so...
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
I mean, they're not the worst melee cav the game has, but they're not going to win any awards. Let's just line up right next to them. No! That triggered them and then they attacked us. Run back! Run back! There we are, we got them. Look at that, easy. Just had to trick the daft bastards. Oh, I say that too much, don't I? And now one man stands before the might of Gondor. Men of Ithilien, take aim. Oh, gruesome, and down he goes.
Awed by the victory we have won here today.
211 Ithilien Rangers. We lost so much more. I didn't even think that they might... Why? Cand is the cavalry archer nation of the game. Why did I not think to look at how many of them were cavalry archers? Should have put the stake at the gate. Oh well.
Awaiting your command. Orders. By your command.
And our army returns. Some more Ithilians training. Train some other things, apparently. Building a mine, which is always nice to see.
Captain of Gondor.
Onward!
Now the city in this
Let us
one is
set
around
up
here
camp
somewhere, I think. Can Arkish the Just is coming. Well, they're not going to get through now because we've just bolstered the garrison significantly. Send that lot in. So the episode is essentially going to end there, but the question is, what do we do?
Awaiting your command.
You haven't got anything slowing you down, have you? Oh, look, you've got loads of generals.
I'm gonna stick you.
Oh, they can barely move anywhere.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Have a taste
Because
of
I really
my
want to take Brandy's Pass, defend against that. I know I can't. The battle map for Brandy's Pass doesn't work. As I've said before, in this version of the game, there's the Black Gate and Cirith Ungol are both bugged out, and the gates don't open or close, which means that they are just going to siege us out forever. But they are probably going to attack on the next turn, but they're not going to win, and I don't want to endure the 6-minute long episode, so I am going to cheat to defend this.
Marching to war.
Purely to get around the broken game bug, really, I'm afraid. Because otherwise then you've got to sit through... You've got to sit through 5 minutes of nothing while I wait for that battle to end, because they won't be able to break down the gate and I can't sally out. So that's why I'm trying to move the fight to Orc Estelad, because at least in Orc Estelad we can actually fight it, and so you can see something. Which is what we will do, but I will do that in the next episode. For now, I'll just finish off these few bits of city monitoring. Or region preparation. As our army grows.
Your will, my lord.
Right then, merge those two together and then see if you can retrain. Oh yeah, look, now you can. I think it was a numbers thing. I don't think there were enough. Although now we have just lost their... What experience did they have? 6 experience has gone down to 3, which is a shame. Maybe I should have tested to see if I could retrain them before I did that. Probably would have been wise. End of the Nun, can you give us anything good? No. Is Gilead, you building what I'm hoping for? No, you're not. Where was I building that then? Oh, in Minas Tirith. Well, yeah, get me these because you can all train Ithilien Rangers. Well, that one in Ithilien can. You get on Skiliath Veterans. Cracking unit. Alrighty then. So, to surmise for this episode, our Umbar invasion army was stopped immediately because Umbar has a big fleet, and I didn't put enough ships into the fleet. Whoops. Being the predominant feeling one has for that. And we've taken Gund, which is going to go towards our region's controlled victory, which is we need another 21. Which will most likely come from Mordor and, of course, Harad, because we actually need to defeat Harad, I believe. Umbar, Harad, and Mordor need to die, so we actually have no need to go north. But I am tempted to go and take Dol Norhak, just because it's easier to defend, and I can upgrade it in the Orcs can't. So I'd get a garrison there, I think. But for now, that'll end the episode. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. Any feedback, comments, pop them in the questions below. Amun Sul is now at the point where we'll just let you know what the plan is. It might not even change at all. And stay tuned for the next faction overview video, whenever that is. And then stay tuned, hopefully sometime within the next 1 or 2 weeks, to the next lore video, which is not raw lore, as I've said already. It's going to be about the writings of Middle-earth, or the scripts. I don't know what word I want. The calligraphy? No. The text, basically. How the elves write to each other. It's going to describe the passage of letter writing, or the creation of written word. That's what I'm after. following it from the first elf Rumil through Fëanor and then on into then what do the dwarves use and all those kinds of things. And that's going to be the next one because that leads on nicely to Fëanor, who will then be the next one after that. But for now, that will be all. So until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.